What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, Boogie2988.
It's only got a one thing out! I want a Mountain Dew! All you ever do is call me fat on the fucking thing, God!
Make up for it, and this is a communal effort. I owe you guys about 1 million things.
But I invested pretty much everything I had into cryptocurrency. But I need to get back to work. I have some savings, but they're going quickly. And if I don't start live streaming and making content and getting ad revenue and stuff again, I'm gonna lose everything. Did I ever stand and scream in her face about fucking,
Good kids meals at this place every day. Hey, I get enough of that from the internet.
It is now officially the worst day of my life. It's now officially the most victimized I've ever been.
In about 30 seconds, I'm gonna fire a warning shot. Fire it now! Fire the warning shot now.
Boogie2988 was once a loved YouTube legend, but now has fallen to the point of being YouTube's biggest loser, losing the support of millions of people. Boogie2988 would begin to upload videos in 2006, uploading his first video in September of that same year, being a Dungeons & Dragons video. He would continue to upload on YouTube, making videos about his weight, he'd make voice impressions, and just him goofing off with his friends at work. Boogie would mostly be associated with the character Francis, a fat exaggerated gamer stereotype where he would rage and just do funny things.
Are you thirsty for Fago?
Yeah.
Are you thirsty? It's delicious! It's delicious! I don't want Fago! I want a Mountain Dew!
And alongside Boogie's size, these videos were extremely funny and helped him grow. What also helped with Boogie's rise was Q&A videos. These videos would dive deep into Boogie as a person, talk about his past, and he seemed very happy for the future of his channel, and he also extended helping hands and information to people who might have questions.
Question number one, how long did it take to get this big? I've been big all my life, obviously. I can't imagine that there are very many people that are large until they're 20, or small until they're 25, and then just suddenly go, oh, hot shit, I love ham sandwiches, a whole fucking lot.
He would also answer questions very humbly, and it made people really like him because he had a good attitude and was very welcoming. This would result in Boogie developing a reputation of being the YouTube Mr. Rogers, a nice guy who was willing to let everyone in and is just a good person to be around, and this brought in more support. But this would change when some things would come out about Boogie that would really start his downfall. In 2017, Boogie would pay for weight loss surgery, and in this video he would talk about how the surgery had resulted in a large divorce rate among married couples, and this is what happened with Boogie's marriage. The surgery would go well for him, but it had a mental strain on himself and his wife, and this would later on cause the divorce. Boogie has been on record saying that his wife took control of a lot of the finances, and that Boogie didn't even know how to do it, pretty much. And this is the main reason for why Boogie had such a huge fall off. There has been no secret that Boogie has had an issue with money since the divorce of his wife, and the weight loss surgery had changed Boogie for the worse, turning him from an outgoing, happy person to a bitter old man who was just chasing money. Boogie's rant videos would slowly turn into wanting to save money and invest in bigger and bigger videos, into him saying that he just wants to make enough money to survive and just nothing else. Boogie lost his positive attitude, replacing it with a much more annoying, complaining tone, only really talking about his problems and crying about things that weren't going his way, and talking down on himself in an attempt to gain pity from the audience. This would result in the first time in his career that Boogie was losing subscribers at an alarming rate. He would talk about the state of his channel in 2019, saying that the rant videos were hurting his channel and that he was done with them, and that in 2018 was one of the hardest years of his life since he was losing the support, the divorce, the weight loss surgery, and stuff like that. It was having a very taxing thought on his mental. He would say that he was going to continue to create videos that he'd like to make, and a lot of people in the comments were supporting this, saying that they were hoping that they were going to get the old Boogie back and that this was going to be the rise up. Newsflash, it actually wasn't. But this was before some things would come out against Boogie. There was this huge mega thread posted on Reddit diving deep into who Boogie really was and exposing him for using sugar babies. This is a bad look for the YouTube Mr. Rogers, and it's even worse than the people he was hiring to perform sexual acts on him were accusing him of abuse. He would hire a woman by the name of Lucy Fox. Lucy would come out with her own video about the situation between herself and Boogie, where she would go into detail about the psychological abuse that she had to deal with from Boogie, from him calling her names over text and tearing her down in real life. Boogie would admit to hiring this woman and hiring many more on this website. He was doing this during his divorce. This is a problem that would keep affecting Boogie till this day, and that Boogie just keeps on buying women. This thread also talked about situations with his divorce and things that he said on stream and other things that he did. This thread was incredibly damaging to Boogie, but he could have avoided it all if he simply didn't respond. It was on a very small subreddit and got no attention until Boogie's ego took control, and this would prove to be the start of his downfall. He would respond to the post on Twitter saying that it was desperate and that it was an attempt to discredit him. He would make videos about the Reddit, making more and more people look for it and making more people read it, and this was just bad for Boogie. This would result in him taking a break because he was nervous and anxious, and with less and less quality going into videos, less and less uploads, and more uploads of him just crying into the camera, plus his reputation getting slaughtered because of the Reddit post, Boogie started to decline faster and faster. And when he came back, it was just more and more self-pity parties in an attempt to drive sympathy from his audience, and this would just cause an even bigger downfall. But this isn't even the worst part about it. Boogie, after losing all of his support and ad revenue because he wasn't uploading, was spending money in dumber and dumber ways, and it made him even more unbearable. Bragging about how the crypto market made him rich, bragging about it, and then attempting to coerce his audience into spending more money on him, then to just losing it all and begging his audience for money. But this entire fall would be capped off by a documentary by Mike Klum, where he would show the way that Boogie was living, the amount of money that he was spending on women, and the lack of impulse control when it was buying things. This was a sad thing, and everybody was confused why Boogie allowed it to happen. He must have just been that broke. Showing off how a once loved and respected creator could fall off, becoming nothing more than a sad memory of all who have loved him on YouTube.